wọlé yẹn ó ní olólùfẹ́ fẹ́ràn mi láì ṣẹ̀tàn, ó lá máa lówó lọ́wọ́, ó ní a máa bímọ lémọ, ó ní a máa ṣe ayọ̀ máyọ̀. Ìyẹn ọkọ àti ìyàwó tí wọ́n ṣe déédéé láàrin ara wọn. Ǹjẹ́ ò gbàgbé ohun tá a bára wa jíròrò lé lórí lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá? Ó ní àìṣedéédé láàrin ọkọ àti aya. Ìwọ ọkọ ṣó ti ṣàtúnṣe, ìwọ aya ṣó ti ṣàtúnṣe. Ìdílé mi lètò tó gorí afẹ́fẹ́. Ẹ kú dídé àsìkò yìí ní káàárọ̀ òjìrè, orúkọ mi kò yí padà. Oyèdìwúrà Oyèdòyìn Ọmọlábí tí a mọ̀ ní ọmọ Chinko, aka your favourite celebrity housewife. Ìdílé mi lètò tá a fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ tòní. Ẹ ò rí ṣùgbọ́n ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ kí olówó orí gbogbo ayé pátápátá, ọ̀rọ̀ gọ̀jígàn bàbá àwọn èrò, ọba lánàá, ọba lẹ́nìí, ọba lọ́la, ọba tí ò máa jọba títí ayé, alánàfànà, olóní òfòní, oníjẹta òfìjẹta, bàbá mi àrà, oníjẹtàdínlógún, àrí ìrìtán, àwòwòtán, àmọ̀mọ̀tán, lórúkọ ńlá, olórúkọ púpọ̀, olórúkọ rẹpẹtẹ, òpó tó gbé mi ró, òpó tó gbé yín ró, òun lòpó rìbìtì tó gbé ìdílé ró, tó ń jẹ́ kí ìdílé mi àti yín kó máa bẹ. Ìdílé mi, ìdílé yín kò ní bàjẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èmi ọmọ Ìṣẹ́yìn, mo tún dé sí etí ìgbọ́yín lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Ìṣẹ́yìn òrò, ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ dímọkọ, ọmọ ajífàsẹ́hun ni tó dára. Ìlú Ìṣẹ́yìn níbi ojúgbégún ni tó jẹnu lọ, ogun òjàjàjà kó wọ̀lú mi ní ìlú Ìṣẹ́yìn. Tẹ́ bá nílò ojúlówó aṣọ òkè tó bá gbà mú, tó bá àṣà àti ìṣeun, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi kọjá lọ sí ìlú mìíràn ní ìlú Ìṣẹ́yìn níbi tí wọ́n ti ń hun yéye nínú aṣọ. Ẹ ò rí mi, obìnrin ni mí, arìn gbẹ̀rẹ̀gbẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ẹni ẹ̀gbẹ́ ń dùn, abọ́múrìngbìnrìngbìn láyà, àbìdí yánbe bèbè díẹ̀ mi nìkan ó gbẹ́lẹ̀kẹ̀ mẹ́rìnlélógún dúró. Tẹ́ bá débẹ̀ tí ò bá pé ẹ má ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ mi torí gbogbo tí mo ń wáyé pátá ló ń bẹ lábẹ́ aṣọ. Èmi obìnrin apẹ̀jẹ̀mọ́ọ̀dì tún fìdí lélẹ̀ má tún máa fi pọnmọ lápọ̀ yìí. Èmi arẹwà obìnrin tí gbogbo ọkùnrin kò lódò tán yọ wọṣẹ. Ẹ rí wọ́n ní bẹ́lẹ̀ yóò bá jáyẹ ni wọ́n ní àsìtún jálẹ̀ ni. Àwọn ọkùnrin wọ́n ní gbá tèmi ṣùgbọ́n mo tájú kọ́ mo gbá tí wọ́n nílò òkè náà. Mò ń bọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ polówó.
Ètò ìgbéyàwó láyé bábọ́lúwa mi fi lélẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àṣẹ mi.
Tí ẹ bá wá ojúlówó télọ̀ tó mọṣẹ́, télọ̀ àsìkò tó mú aṣọ àsìkò rán, ẹ bá mi kàn sí Becky B Stitches. Àwọn ni wọ́n lè bá yín rán oríṣiríṣi aṣọ tó kù. Yálà ẹ fẹ́ ṣènáwó, òkú ni, ẹ fẹ́ ṣègbéyàwó ni, ẹ fẹ́ wọ aṣọ tó máa mú èmi àti yín ká dàbí ìyàwó àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi kàn sí Becky B Stitches. Ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn òun ló wà lórí aṣọ tí ẹ̀ ń wọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ní oníṣàlàyé máa kí aláṣẹ beauty by fresh makeover. Àwọn náà jẹ́ ká máa dá bí ẹdun, ká máa rọ̀ bí òwe. Àwọn náà sọ wá di ìyàwó àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé. Àwọn ni atúnidá tó wà nínú ayé tó ń tún ojú ohun ènìyàn dá. Tí ẹ bá fẹ́ rẹwà rétérété bíi tèmi báyìí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi kàn sí wọn. Olúléeṣẹ́ wọn ó wà ní shop 3 Fedok shopping complex tó opposite Crescent Secondary School ní Gasline, Sango Ọ̀tà. Welcome back. Ìdílé mi lètò is the program we're talking about. Infidelity in the home was what we treated on the previous week, but today we're going to be talking about mending your home after infidelity. Tí ọkọ bá ti ṣàṣe má ṣe, tíyàwó bá ti ṣàṣe má ṣe, kí ló kàn? Do you think marriages and homes cannot be restored after infidelity? What is your take on that? As for me, my take on this is marriages and homes can still be restored after a deep infidelity. You are married and you are married. Infidelity doesn't mean that is the end of the road for you in your marriage. You can still make things work. Your man can still be the best man, while your woman can still be the best woman. What are the things to do after infidelity? First thing is that you need to acknowledge the fact that you have cheated on your spouse. Then take up the responsibility to apologize. Some men, they are so arrogant that even when they've been caught in the act of infidelity, they say, and so, I am the man of the house, you married me, or I married you. Since I married you, I can do anything. But as a man, you want to build your own. Once you've been caught in that act of infidelity, firstly, you need to apologize to your spouse, your wife. Talk to each other, try to see how you can mend things, because there will definitely be a case of imbalance in infidelity, because there's going to be an emotional situation that will bring your wife down, or that will bring your husband down, that will make him or her not to be able to give you adequate trust. What do you do? Firstly, before anything, try to do what? Try to bring yourself down and apologize. Sometimes before choosing on who to take, there are some things that brings about infidelity. A man cannot just decide on going on infidelity. It's either your wife is not beautiful enough, and that is why you're not being forced to get married. Try to take your time enough to get married. You can go far and wide just to look for a very beautiful woman that suits you, so that you won't admire another beauty outside. Lack of sex in the home can cause infidelity. For example, if your husband is a sex-loving type, and whenever your husband wants sex, you're not giving it to him as at when due, your husband will definitely look out. Why do some married women cheat on their husband? It's not as if their husband is not having the money. In fact, their husband is having all the money in the world, but lack of attention sometimes causes married women to cheat. As a man, you have money, you have everything. Try to give your wife attention. And not only wives, applicable to men also. Try to give your husband's attention. Don't be a career-oriented man to the extent that you neglect or abandon your home. Don't be a career-oriented spouse. Your home is your home. Remember, there is no marriage in heaven. You got to enjoy your marriage on earth. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti gbàgbé wípé mo máa ń sọ pé obìnrin ni mí agbọ́kọlérí? Èmi mo máa ń gbọ́kọlérí, mi ò pàǹtẹ́tí ọkọ mi, mo gbọ́kọ lórí, mo fọwọ́ mi méjèèjì wá. Ẹ ò lè gbọ́kọ mi o. My husband is a no-go area for anybody out there. So my husband is my husband. So I want to see your husband as your husband. See your wife as your wife. Nobody will rule or run your marriage for you. You run your marriage for yourself. Even biblically, a virtuous woman builds her own home. Ará mi, obìnrin bíi tèmi jọ, kí ló ń build? Are you building your home, or you are busy playing with your marriage? After a case of infidelity, what do you do? Number one, you need to be accountable. Meet your wife. You need to be accountable. If you are being unfaithful and you've not been taking your responsibility enough in your home, try to be accountable. Bring faithfulness into your home. Try to be a faithful husband and try to be a faithful wife. I have so many examples of some men out there, even when they are married, they still go about chasing all those girls outside. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni, wetin you dey find? Your home is your home. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin, ẹ jókòó nílé yín. Ẹ jókòó nílé yín o, there's nothing outside. Kí ló wà níta tẹ̀ ń wá tí ò sí nínú ilé? Ṣé ẹ wà ní ìyàwó ó níwà? Ó dẹ̀ tún lẹ́wà. Èwo ni kẹ́ ẹ rójú? Kẹ́ máa fi ọwọ́ yín kẹ́ máa fi wá àìrójú kiri. Try to be accountable in your own home. If you have been having a secret affair with your co-worker, try to limit the relationship. For instance, if you are working together with someone and you've been caught in the act of infidelity with that person and you've reconciled with your wife, what do? You need to be accountable to your wife by doing what? By bringing down every unnecessary relationship, every unnecessary calls, every unnecessary chat. Try to be open. Then make the person know that, Madam, I've reconciled with my wife and I am now a responsible man. I want to build my home. That is the only thing you can do. Every unnecessary communication, every unnecessary outing, every unnecessary party that you go, that you don't meet all sorts, try to do what? Try to be accountable. Let your wife know that your yes is yes. Let your wife know that your no is no. If you are going to Sokoto, tell your wife that you are going to Sokoto. Don't tell your wife you are going to Sokoto and later you'll be seen in Dubai. No, try to be accountable in your marriage or marriages. Try to be accountable in your own home. Then after a case of infidelity, what else can you do to mend your home? There are some things that you've done that has caused emotional breakdown. How do you resuscitate? How do you revive the home? How do you revive? Because whenever there's a case of infidelity, there is no more love. Even if there's love, the love is being broken to some kind of percentage. Let's take for instance, your husband or your wife has 90% of love for you. When you are being caught in the act of infidelity, definitely the love percentage will drop drastically. Then how do you do? How do you bring back the love? Number one, you need to get help from a reliable source. Not those that will tell you, komata, everything matters. Those that will talk to you the help and the advice you need to build your home, to bring back your home. You need to get help. Seek help from understanding friends and those that had experience. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe máa ń sọ, experience làgbà. Experience is the greatest teacher. Àwọn tó ti ní experience pé àwọn ti ṣáko lórí nígbà táwọn padà wálé, kí ni wọ́n ṣe? Number one, try to make her happy. The things you've not been doing for her before, learn to do them so that she can be happy with you. You need to do everything imaginable to let her restore back the trust and the love she had for you. Some people, once they are being caught in the act of infidelity, they believe divorce is the next thing. No, it is not divorce. You can still build your home can still work, your marriage can still work. Àwọn obìnrin púpọ̀ nínú iṣẹ́ yìí ó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn obìnrin. Tí a bá ká ọkọ wa níbi tó ti ṣàṣemáṣe tàbí nígbà tó ṣàṣemáṣe tàbí wọ́n á sọ fún wa pé ọkọ wa ṣàṣemáṣe, kí ni àwa obìnrin kí ló yẹ ká ṣe? Ìgbà yẹn gan-an ni ọkọ wa nílò wa ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. When your husband is being caught in the act of infidelity, that is not when you are to pack your load and move out of the house. Wisdom is being needed in a home. As a woman, a wise woman builds her home, and the foolish one uses her own hands to pack her things out of her husband's house. A woman will just use her hand and pack her things out of her husband's house, of which it is a no. That is when your husband needs you more. Obìnrin mi tó wá ti rí pé ọkọ ẹ ti fún yàn lóyún, á wọnúlé, á lọ kó ẹrù, á máa kó lọ. Obìnrin yẹn gan-an ṣó ń gbọ́n ni àbó ògọ̀? Ṣé òun bá lé jẹ́ ni àbó òtún lè ṣe? That is when your husband needs you more. Talk to him. Speak with him with wisdom and humility. Ẹ ò pé àwọn ọkùnrin bàjẹ́. Tó má ti rí pé òun lo agídí, àwọn tó máa ṣe kéde yẹn, wọ́n máa fa agídí sí i. Ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ tó bá fẹ́ gbá ọkọ ẹ mú báyìí, ó nílò agídí rárá. Ìwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ òun la fi máa ń gbé ní ọkọ. Ìwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ ni wàá fi ká ọkọ ẹ báyìí, wàá fi ká báyìí. Ọwọ́ méjèèjì báyìí wàá ká ni. That is when you have to calm down. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àpẹẹrẹ kékeré kan. Ọmọkùnrin kan ó fún èèyàn lóyún outside ìgbéyàwó ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ọmọ mẹ́ta. Ìgbà tí ìyàwó rí pọ́nkọ òun fún èèyàn lóyún, ìyàwó bínú, ìyàwó sunkún, ọkọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ títí ìyàwó fárídá pé àfi dandan ńlá, àfi kóun lọ o, àfi kóun kúrò nílé ọkọ. Ó fi ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ó fi kúrò nílé ọkọ, ilé ọkọ tó ti wà fún odindi ọdún 10. Ìgbà tó kọ́ rí pé àdá gbé pọ̀, àdá sọ̀, àdá jẹ, àdá mú pọ̀, ó lọ tajú kan, ó mú ọmọbìnrin tó fún lóyún, ó mú wá nulẹ̀, wọ́n jọ ń gbé, wọ́n jọ di lọ́kọláya. Lẹ́yìn oṣù díẹ̀, àdá nìkan gbé, ó sú alákọ̀rí tó fagídí kó kúrò nílé ọkọ. Ọkọ tó yẹ kó máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé kíyàwó òun padà, ìyàwó ló wá di pé ó lọ ń bẹ ọkọ kóun fẹ́ padà, ṣùgbọ́n ọkọ sọ wípé kò sáyé mọ́. When your husband has done you wrong, that is when he needs you more. That is when you are to show him much more love than he even deserves. You know your husband doesn't deserve the love, but give it to him. Torí kí ni kí ẹ fi lè ní ẹnu ọ̀rọ̀. Tẹ́ bá ká ọkọ yín tó ti bá obìnrin ṣàṣemáṣe, fìfẹ́ hàn sí, jẹ́ kí ẹ̀rí ọkàn jẹ́ kó jẹ ẹ́. Tó bá gbọ́ pé ọkọ ẹ ó fóbìnrin lóyún, fìfẹ́ hàn sí ọkọ ẹ. Ọmọ tí ó fìfẹ́ hàn sí, ọmọ tó bí síta, fìfẹ́ hàn sọmọ náà. Òun là ń pè ní obìnrin o. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni ìyàwó tó yà wá wọlé, ọ̀tọ̀ ni ìyàwó tó yà láti wá ṣèyá àwọn ọmọ. Kí ni ìyàwó? Irú ìyàwó wo ni wọ́n jẹ́? Ṣé ìwọ ṣo yà wá wọlé ni àbó yà láti wá ṣèyá àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀? Ẹ̀yin obìnrin, ọ̀rọ̀ mi sí yín lónìí ni o. Olórin kan sọ wípé ìyàwó alárédè tẹ̀dímọ́lẹ̀ kó jẹun ọkọ, bọ́kọ bú ẹ má ṣe kọ́kọ́, tẹ̀dímọ́lẹ̀ kó jẹun ọkọ. Ṣó fẹ́ tẹ̀dímọ́lẹ̀ jẹun ọkọ ni àbó fẹ́ máa ṣì kiri? After an infidelity, you need to love your husband. Come rain, love him. Come sun, love him. In every difficult situation, love your husband. Show him love. Your marriage can still work after infidelity, no matter how much atrocities your husband has committed. Show him love. If your husband is an addict fornicator, an addict womanizer, An addict adulterer loving. A day is going to be a day that your husband will reconcile with his spirit that kini mo tún wá. I have a loving, lovable wife that loves me despite all my flaws. Don't give your husband one reason to go out. Don't give him one reason to justify his infidelity. Give him every reason to make him know that his infidelity has no cause. His infidelity has no proof. No matter what your husband does, even if you are slept with his secretary, remember it's a secretary, you are legally married to him. You are the only legal wife. So put yourself as his legal wife. Even if your husband has slept with your maid, that doesn't say you should divorce your husband. Your home is your home. Stay in your home, hold your home, build your home. Even if your home has been broken, beaten, battered, and shattered by different cases of infidelity, all you have to do is not for you to divorce, leave your husband. No, I will not advise you. I will advise you to build your home by loving your husband. Tó bá rí pé ọkọ ẹ, àwọn ọkùnrin míì wọ́n láyé àdínkù wọ́n tún máa gbé àlè wá sínú ilé. Love him. If your husband is treating you bad because of his girlfriend outside, love him. When he comes back from work or when he comes back from the journey of infidelity, hug him, kiss him, off his socks, undress him, show him to the bathroom, take him to the dining, even spoon feed him. When you get to the room at night, make yourself available for him. Give him good sex, give him nice sex. At the point of him doing it, there's what in his mind? A thick conscience. Nobody will tell you, say, I have a wife. She's so humble. She's submissive. She loves me. She cares for me. Even when I'm wrong, she still loves me in my wrongdoing. Man is not an animal. Men are not goats. They can think. They have reasoning. Program your man the way you want him. Teach him how you want him. Not teach him by passing out or dishing out authority to him. You teach him by loving him. You correct in love. Correct your man in love. Don't shout at him. Ìwọ ọmọkùnrin yìí, kí ló fẹ́ tí mi ò ṣe fún ẹ? Òun yálè. No. Ọkọ mi olówó orí mi. Ó fẹ́ mi fún ìyàjẹ́ mi mọ̀. Ó fẹ́ mi fún ìyàjẹ́. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé o nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Tó wá jẹ́ wípé mo ti ṣẹ̀ ẹ́, àbí mi ò dá tó, àbí mi ò mara mú tó, àbí mo ti ń ṣe gbá tí ò dá. Sọ fún mi. Teach me, correct me. I used to tell my fiance, I used to tell him, I am not above correction. Anything, correct me. I used to tell my man, I am still your student. You are still my teacher. You are still my instructor. Submit yourself to your man. Let him know that he's your boss. I used to tell him, you are my boss, you are my bado, you are my all-in-all. Make him feel like a king that he is. Tell him he's the only reigning king in your life that will forever be kinging in your kingdom. Let him know that there's nothing good out there for him. It's not by shouting, it's not by nagging. When you are nagging at a man, you are frustrating him. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin, ọ̀rọ̀ mi sí yín lénìí. Pẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ tanà ní pọ̀pá. Ẹni tó bá tabá kó má fi ṣèbínú o, ṣùgbọ́n kó lọ ṣe kíni, kó lọ ṣàtúnṣe ara ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi sí yín kò ní jù báyìí lọ lórí ètò lénìí. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ má gbàgbé ìdílé mi, ìdílé yín, ìdílé gbogbo wa kò ní bàjẹ́ láṣẹ Ìdùmarè. Àwa náà máa wá, ẹ̀yin náà láwọn máa bá. Ọbẹ̀ ní bẹ́ṣu àtẹ́lẹsẹ̀ abẹnú. Wọn ò ní fẹ́ lómi ṣe yín, wọn ò lè ní fẹ́ lómi ṣe mí náà láṣẹ Ìdùmarè. Ẹ má gbàgbé èmi ọmọ yín, ọ̀rẹ́ yín, àbúrò yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, màmá wa, ẹ̀yin náà ni màmá bá. Ó dọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀.
What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder.